Merry Christmas, Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. It was a pretty light week. I'm just gonna, just flat out say here at the beginning, we really did not have a lot to happen this week. We had a couple more leaks that I was able to post for 2022 information and some weird releases with the Ninja Turtle stuff. So we do have a little bit to talk about, but it is Christmas. I'm sure people are busy with their families and doing whatever holiday festivities you are all engaged in, and of course, maybe you're not. Maybe it's just a typical Saturday for you. But either way, this is probably not going to be a super long episode, but alas, let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, so first up this week we have whatever is going on with the Ninja Turtle stuff, because I don't even know. So, we had seen a little while ago, about a week and a half ago at this point, the Raphael and Foot Soldier 2-pack was shipping out pretty prominently from GameStop. They had it in stock. People were able to get it pretty easily. And the next 2-pack, it seemed that was falling into the shipping now category. I saw a couple people send me screenshots of shipping now. I don't know if they actually ever did, to be honest. I haven't seen anybody get it in hand yet. Was the Leonardo and Donatello 2-pack also from GameStop. However, the Green Ranger Shredder figure apparently shipped out for some people from GameStop. I had nobody alert me to that happening. Mine didn't ship from GameStop. Mine from GameStop is in the awaiting product availability category that they always throw it into. So who knows with that one. But I saw a couple people on Facebook actually post yeah, here's it is in a box from GameStop, just right there, just clear as day. And I'm just like, okay. So I don't know, that was weird and random. Which Shredder kind of showing up places this past week is the weird and random thing. The Green Ranger Shredder figure finally released this week somewhere in the world, meaning it is the final figure possibly to come out in 2021 somewhere. Which means they did squeeze the Ninja Turtle stuff out at the last possible second, though it's been pretty hard. I've yet to see anybody actually have all 7, because they're all out all over the place. Some of them are out in Canada. The Mikey and April 2-pack is pretty abundant in Canada. The Leonardo and Donatello pack I think I've only seen out in China. The Raph and Tommy pack is pretty abundant here, relatively. It's out of stock on GameStop right now. And then Shredder just showed up there from GameStop. It showed up randomly in stock on this Texas comic shop thing called Keebler Collectibles. So I don't know what that was about. It was up there randomly for $35 plus some shipping, so it was a little expensive, but it actually ended up being legit. People ordered it. It did not stay up there very long once people found it, but it got sent. It was the only Power Rangers thing they had on their site, so I don't know how they got it, where they got it. It's so weird. And Dorkside got in on this fun as well. Dorkside Toys sent out some of them from Shredder, or for the Shredder figure, which some people were actually able to place brand new pre-orders, because it still says pre-order for Shredder on there. They were able to actually place brand new pre-orders and get shipping emails within minutes or hours. I did the same thing. I placed a pre-order on Dorkside because people were getting them shipped out from Dorkside, and I heard nothing. But a lot of people got them from Dorkside this past week, so it's well, where's mine? Where's my Shredder figure? Very weird. But I mean, what a way to end the year, right? With weird Lightning Collection stuff happening for random figures somewhere in the world. That's a, pretty indicative way, a pretty good way to summarize 2021 for Lightning Collection, wouldn't you say? So, I don't know. Hopefully these become a little easier to get throughout the next couple of weeks, because I really want to complete the set. I love the one that I already have, which is the Raph and Tommy 2-pack, and I want to get the rest of them. But as of right now, they don't seem to be confidently in stock in any actual place right now just yet. But, give it a little bit of time, and I'm sure we will see it. And then heading back over to GameStop, A-Squad Pink actually started shipping out for some people this past week. Some of them being fulfilling pre-orders, but a majority of them were people placing brand new orders by canceling their old pre-orders and placing it when it was in stock on the GameStop website, because that seems to be the way to go with GameStop. It's happened more often than not at this point with Wave 10 and the Ninja Turtle pack and stuff like that, where you can place a new order and they'll fulfill that more quickly than your actual already outstanding pre-order, which is whatever. I guess it works, right? So that is happening. It was happening. It's out of stock on the site now, unfortunately, like that. But it has slowly started to pop up in stores. It was spotted in a Texas GameStop, so you might be able to actually find it in stores, kind of like we saw with A-Squad Green at GameStop a little while ago, which was actually found by the same person in Texas. So Texas really seems to be the place to be, which we just talked about with Shredder being at a Texas comic shop. So I guess Texas is the place to be for Lightning Collection in the United States right now. I guess it makes sense. They have a way to get stuff in. They have a port there with the Gulf of Mexico, so sure, I guess that makes sense of how they're getting it. But now that Ace Squad Pink is out in the United States, it's been out since October in the UK and such like that. I wanted to, right now, I made a post earlier this week, which a lot of people supported me on, a lot of people didn't support me on. I don't really understand the people who don't support this movement or this cause. But I included this graphic, which I'm going to put up in the video here, which you can grab from my Twitter or you can screenshot from here or whatever. I'm suggesting that you guys reach out now that they are actually out in the United States. I figured we might as well wait till they came out in the United States to try this. But I would highly recommend contacting the Hasbro customer care service, which I'll leave a link in the description below, to let them know about the helmet mess up. Because as you know, Ace Squad Pink, literally every single one of them, is shipping with just a repaint of Ace Squad Red's helmet, so it has the Ron visor trim on the side, from what we saw in every single promo shot, from what we saw in the prototype held in John Warden's hands on the May 14th Fan First Friday it was shown off at, and also, of course, how it's supposed to look from the show. So some kind of mistake happened there somewhere. There was even that DM message with like Loretta who said, I don't know how that was supposed to happen because we made it more etched out, more curved and everything than even what we saw in the prototype. So some kind of manufacturing error there happened. It's a very unfortunate thing, and I hope that they could maybe offer a replacement helmet program like they did with Dino Thunder White. I'm not exactly holding my breath for it, but it's worth it to try. I've seen a lot of people say that, like, oh my gosh, this new wave of Power Rangers fans who feel so entitled and everything. I don't feel like this is about entitlement. I truly just think that they screwed up, and we should let them know that they screwed up. All we can do is try, right? I mean, be respectful about it. Don't start cursing in capitalized letters your entire message about, oh, they messed up Ace Squad Pink and this is the worst travesty or whatever. It's annoying, and I wish that it didn't happen, but I think all we can do is just let them know. And now that it's out in the United States, maybe they'll actually focus on it. They seem to kind of laugh it off when some of the UK fans tried to bring it to the attention, which is not really fair. But, we can try, right? And maybe they'll never replace it. Maybe they'll just be like, oh, well, we screwed up in this one and we'll never get another Ace Squad Pink opportunity to have it correct. But like I said, it's worth a shot, right? All we can do is try. So I included this graphic for you to use because when you contact their customer care, they ask if you want to put like a file attachment of like whatever your problem is or your complaint. So you can put that. You can use this image like I created. It shows everything that's wrong with it and why and what we're trying to express to them. And hopefully they can maybe do something about it, or at least we will let them know. At this point, that's at least the biggest goal, is to let them know and have our voices heard when something like this happens. So remember like a week ago when Wave 10 got delayed from January 1st to April 1st on Hasbro Pulse? Well, one of them is actually in stock on Amazon right now, so you don't have to wait for Hasbro Pulse, because they actually have Dino Charge Green from Wave 10, which does seem to be the most abundant of the wave, even though there is no more frequent one in the case assortment for this wave than any others. But it actually is in stock, or at least just Dino Charge Green is, on Amazon right now, so you can actually go ahead and get it. So I will leave a link to that in the description below. Someone actually posted on Facebook that they got Phantom Ranger in from Dorkside. It still is listed for a pre-order there, but maybe it's worth a shot, just like the Shredder figure, where they will actually ship out some of these random orders. It definitely just really seems like a flip of a coin if they'll fulfill it, or if they'll wait for you to actually get your order on it. But hey, it's worth a shot trying it with Dorkside, but you can at least for sure get Riley from Amazon right now. At least the last I checked, it was in stock. So last week I talked about the estimated prices that I saw because a certain retailer put up listings for the Blue Ranger helmet, Power Sword, and Zap Dragon Zord. Well, this past week I got more information from one of my sources on not only these items, but actually some new items as well, or kind of more clarification on the Blue Ranger battle gear thing. So it does look like one date in particular is going to be very, very busy for next year in the summer of Lightning Collection, if all these things actually come out on that release date. Now, of course, these could just be placeholders, but I've seen evidence that suggests that, here we go, Zap Megazord, the Power Sword, the Blue Ranger helmet, and 2 other things are going to be coming out on the same day. Which, if you buy all of this, it's going to be like probably like $600 or something. Just like doing quick math in my head here, it would be absolutely insane. But if you remember back in October, I talked to you about the listing for the Blue Ranger Battle Gear thing, and we had kind of speculated. I had assumed that it was going to be Power Lance to go with the Power Sword, but I wasn't like 100% sure. I've seen it's clear as day now. It's no longer labeled Blue Ranger Battle Gear. It's labeled Blue Ranger Power Lance, just like it's labeled Red Ranger Power Sword on the information that I've seen here. So that's great. From the information I was told, it's going to exactly be a Power Lance. Price point though? So I still don't also have an exact price point for this one, like I do for the other stuff. I don't, have an exact point for, but it should be somewhere around 130-ish, give or take. I think it's supposed to be more expensive than the Zap Dragon Zord, and that's a lot. So I don't really know what this could do. I assume it will come with like a middle piece to connect the 2 of them or something together. I have to assume that we're getting the Power Lance and we're getting the Power Sword. I'd have to assume that they are eventually trying to build to a full Power Blaster, which would be awesome, absolutely awesome, but like who knows where we're going with that. And then the final thing to talk about is something very weird, and I don't really know. I mean, it's not weird in terms of like I get why it's happening because it's easy to do, but I don't really get what it's going to entail, and that is a TENGA Warrior 2-pack. So this seems to be the candidate for our typical 2-pack that we had in 2020 with the putties and 2021 with the cogs. I know there's like the movie Tengas and the show Tengas, but I don't really know exactly like how major of differences there would be, or even if there is, for there to be a justifiable reason to have a whole second figure. I don't know. We'll see what that's going to be, but there is going to be a TENGA 2-pack coming out that I believe, based off the price point, should be around that like $42 price that the Zeo cogs were this year. So expect something like that, but I don't think it's a Pulse exclusive for this one. I do believe it's a fan channel, which you'll be able to get on Pulse, but like other places as well. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the 2022 information I have right now, along with everything else. Of course, we have Wave 13, Wave 14, Deluxe Wave 1 and 2, or all that, all the stuff that we've talked about from September and everything like that, which if you've never seen that video, I'll link it in the end card to the big 2022 leak, which some of it has already happened, like Ready Clip Door and the Zed Helmet and Wave 11 and Deluxe Wave 1 and the Zap Megazord. I talked about all of that, and that has all happened. So everything else in that video is coming. We just have to wait for them to officially announce that it is. But I'm excited. I'm pretty excited for 2022. I think it's going to be a good time. Alright guys, and I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Lightning Storm here. So who knows what kind of week we're going to have coming up here. I don't anticipate on there being any emergency episodes or anything like that. And for that reason, this is probably the last episode of Lightning Storm for the year. So if it is, I will see you all in 2022 with Lightning Storm continuing once again. This was fun. Did this every single week for 2021. Not always on Saturdays, because we didn't always do an episode after a Fan First Friday if there was one or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we had a lot of episodes of Lightning Storm for the year, and you guys seem to like this show. I like making it, and I'm gonna keep going. So as long as the Lightning Collection lasts, or as long as I still have, the motivation to do so. So of course, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or LightningFigPR. I'll see you in 2022 on Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice.